कालकृत समुद्भवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समभवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समभवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समभवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समभवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समभवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञा भूता सुखावहै माताजी त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समुद्भवात् रामे राजा धर्मज्ञा सर्वभूत सुखावहै त्रेतायां वर्तमानायां कालकृत समुद्भवात् रामे राजानि धर्मज्ञे word to word translation Tretayam in Treta Yuga Vartamanayam all those situated in that period Kalaha the period Krita with Satyuga Samaha equal Abhavat it so became Rame because of Lord Ramchandra being present Rajani as the ruling king Dharmegya because he was fully religious Sarvabhuta of all living entities Sukha Vahe giving full happiness. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is the Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Lord Ramachandra became king during Treta Yuga. But because of his good government, the age was like Satyuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Please repeat after me. Lord Ramachandra became the king during Treta Yuga. But because of his good government, the age was like Satyuga. Everyone was religious and completely happy. Purport. Amongst the four yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, Kali Yuga is the worst. But if the process of Varnashram is introduced, even in this age of Kali, the situation of Satyuga can be invoked. The Hare Krishna movement or Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. Kaler dosha nidhi rajan अस्तित है एक महान गुना कीर्तनत एव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संग param व्रजेत. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is full of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. If people take to this Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, they will certainly be freed from all contamination of Kali Yuga, and the people of this age will be happy as people were in Satyuga, the golden age. Any, anyone, anywhere can easily take to this Hare Krishna movement. One need only chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, observe the rules and regulation, and stay free from contamination of sinful life. Even if one is sinful and cannot give up sinful life immediately, if he chants Hare Krishna Maha Mantra with devotion and faith, he will certainly be freed from all sinful activities. His life will be successful. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. This is the blessings of Lord Ramachandra, who has appeared in this age of Kali as Gaura Sundar. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshush Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांक्षन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So I'm very happy to be with all of you this morning on the auspicious day of Ramnami. Thank you for Vishnu Prasad Prabhu to giving me this opportunity to speak some Ram Katha today. So at this current moment, you know, celebrating Ram Navami, especially on this year, is very, very auspicious and very, very special. Why? Huh? Because Ram Lala has appeared also on his birthplace. It is very, very auspicious. I was in Ayodhya right after the temple opening. And we all, the impact of the 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 TV serial Ramanand Sagar's Ramayan had a very great impact in practically every Indian's life, I guess, The country would be closed actually when Ramayan was played on the televisions in those days. I was very young, but practically a whole nation would close down. And I was very young. I would just see my mother and my father, they're just crying. And I would not understand at that time. I was like hardly 7, 8 years old. But they were just crying. But as we grew up, you know, we know there is Tirupati, there is Vrindavan, there is Mathura, there is Dwarika, there is temple in Jagannath Puri. But devotees told me when they went, because I never went to Ayodhya before. I just went recently in January, in February actually, the first week of February. I never knew, I never been to the small shed where Lord was worshipped for almost hundreds of years, in that condition. But when I went and saw the beautiful temple and the impact of it, actually, when I read this verse, I could very much correlate to it because ISKCON had a very big pandal there, and every day we were distributing 10,000 plates of prashadam. And Ayodhya is almost converted into like a Kumbh Mela. If you have been to, how many of you been to Kumbh Mela in Prayag? Nobody except you? Nobody. Prayag, Nasik you must have been to. But if you've been to Prayag, I have been twice, 12 years ago when Mahakumbh was there, I was there. Ayodhya is like a Kumbh ka Mela now. So many people coming. But the best part was, ISKCON had brought its Padyatra over there. And Gaurasundar and Ramachandra, Gaurachandra and Ramachandra, both were together there. And every day the bullock cart would go on Rampath. Rampath is the main road of Ayodhya. And on Rampath, in front of Ramachandra, Gaurachandra was standing like this and dancing. And this verse is, Ram Rajya needs to be re-established. And here it is mentioned that in Satyuga, it was the golden age. Satyuga is mentioned in this verse. The Satyuga was called as a golden age. Why? Because in Satyuga, people were very spiritual. To practice spiritual life, to practice Krishna consciousness was which is a constitutional position of a living being, was very naturally practiced in Satyuga. In today, it is very, very difficult. I know one devotee who was living in one of the temples, and he said that temple is too disturbing. So many people come, my bhajan is getting distracted. So he went to Himalayas, and he went to a cave of Himalayas to do bhajan. And he was sitting and doing bhajan. Above his cave, there was another cave. One sadhu was sitting there. So every day he used to hear some voices, which he used to hear here when he was in the city. So he was wondering, what is that noise coming? So he went up to the cave, the other sadhu. So other sadhu had a dish. In the dish, he had a small TV on his mouth. So in Kali Yuga, if you go to Himalayas also nowadays, earlier you need a cable line, right? Now you have a dish only. And government, because on the name of development, electricity is reaching to the corners of Himalayas also. So people have now television in the caves also. So he came down to the temple again. And this was far better, he said. So the point I was trying to make here was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who don't know, in the first altar, there are two great personalities who are raising their hands and they are in a dancing mudra. They are in the dancing mudra. So it is said, whenever they appear, it also becomes a golden age. Yeah, he's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's called Golden Avatar, and whenever he appears, that is also called Golden Age. Kali Yuga is an age of coral, but still, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it is called Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj. He says, when Mahaprabhu comes, it becomes Dhanya Kali. You know Dhanya? Dhanya means merciful. Dhanya Kali, Swarna Kali. Because it is said Kali Yuga is a place of coral. You know, everyone is fighting here. Two nations are fighting for a piece of land where you cannot live, neither grow anything. You know, two states are fighting with difference of culture. Two cities are fighting because of the boundaries. Two communities are fighting. You know, two families are fighting. Brothers are fighting, and husband and wife are also fighting. This is a situation is Kali Yuga. You know, this is Kali Yuga. If you see this happening around, then you can assure yourself that you are in Kali Yuga. And above that, people are very envious, greedy, selfish, and they cannot see others happy. That is another byproduct of Kali Yuga. Another byproduct. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj says, even if you don't want to quarrel, Kali Yuga is such a place that you will be put into quarrel. It is not a place of gentlemen to say. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, he gives a very beautiful story in one of his lectures, and he defines Kali Yuga with that story. He says, one day there was a fox, and the fox was drinking water on the upstream of a river. A fox was drinking water on the upstream of a river, and the downstream of a river, a lamb was drinking water. And the fox got very disappointed that he cannot reach the lamp. So he told the lamp, he said, "Hey!" So the lamp looked up. He said, "Sir, what happened?" He said, "Why are you making the water muddy for me?" So the lamp said, "Sir, you are drinking water upstream. I am drinking water downstream. How is that drinking water downstream water is becoming muddy for your upstream?" Then he said, "No, no, 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 leave about that. Why did your community speak ill about my community last year? Why did, and you were the one who was speaking about me last year." So the fox said, "Sir, I am born 3 months only. How can I speak about you last year?" So Maharaj was telling, this is the situation in Kali Yuga. This is the situation in Kali Yuga. You cannot do anything. The only hope in Kali Yuga is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Nama Sankirtan. If you just chant the holy names, then your life will be successful. So, there are many, many pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. And Ramayana has such detail, Valmiki Ramayana has such detailed pastimes of Lord Rama. It is very, very vast and beautiful teachings from the life of Lord Ramachandra. In fact, Krishna, even when he spoke to Arjuna, the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, one very special verse comes, and which actually defines a lot how to approach the Lord, his pastimes, his leelas. This verse says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam iti so Arjuna. It says, Janma karma cha me divyam. Very simple Sanskrit words. Janma karma. Janma means birth. Karma means actions, activities. Divyam. Divyam means divine, transcendental, spiritual. Divyam. Lord is Krishna is telling, my birth and my actions are transcendental. Janma. Because If you read the Ramayana and if you read the Mahabharata, the Lord did not appear like a general human being. He was not born by force. Anyone here who has used his postal address, surname, and family and then took birth? Anyone here? No. We're just forced to take birth according to our karma. But Krishna's, Rama's birth is divyam. Evam yo viti tatvataha. Anyone who understands this birth and activities of the Lord with proper philosophical conclusion, tattva. Tyaktva deha. Tyaga means giving up. Deha. Deha means this body. Giving up the body. Tyaktva deha. Punarjanma. Punarjanma. Naiti mam iti so Arjuna. He doesn't take birth again in this material world, but comes to me, O Arjuna. Comes to me, O Arjuna. This is what Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, and that's how we have to be very well versed to understand the philosophy along with the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So now Ramayana is very beautiful. Srila Prabhupada, he says, Lord Ramachandra, he is Maryada Purushottam. Lord Ramachandra is Maryada Purushottam. Lord Krishna is Leela Purushottam. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottam. And Lord Ramachandra is Maryada Purushottam. And Lord Krishna is Leela Purushottam. Krishna's pastime, very, very tricky. To understand them, you really need proper, if you read Ramayana, you will just flow with the flow. But if you read Krishna, you will need someone to tell you why Krishna did what. Because it is so sweet, but at the same time, it is very unpredictable. Like Krishna was famous in Vrindavan for stealing the butter. Right? He was Makhan Chor. But see, Mother Yashoda had a very great embarrassment because Krishna used to steal butter in the house of others, and Krishna, Nanda Baba, the father of Krishna, had 9 lakh cows. It's like Mukesh Ambani's son found, pocketing in a local train. It's like that, Nanda Baba has 9 lakh cows, and Krishna has found stealing butter. So one day even the gopis thought that, well, Mother Yashoda must be keeping the best butter for sale and not feeding him, and is stealing our butter. So let us voluntarily give him a feast today. So the gopis they brought the best of the butter before they take it for selling, and they offer it to Krishna. And Krishna, today you eat as much you want, then after when you are finished, we will sell the left. But you satisfy yourself today. And the gopis were smiling, compassion, sweetness, happiness, looking at Krishna. And they thought, today we will please him and he doesn't have to struggle. So Krishna looked at the butter and his face became reddish, and very angrily stared at the gopis and started breathing loudly. Said, what do you think? What do you all think about me? He said, Bhikhari samjhaya kya mujhe? Do you think I'm a beggar? Do you think I'm coming from a begging family? What do you think of myself? I don't need this butter, and walks away. And these gopis get freaked out, He said, first of all, we catch him right, left and center stealing. And above that, we are voluntarily offering. Look at his pride. But when Krishna walked away from there, they were just seeing Krishna with pride walking away, and they were happy seeing him like that. So this whole pastime, you need an explanation. This is called Leela Purushottam. Leela Purushottam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, he was very, very, very extraordinarily merciful. One of the best way to approach the Supreme Lord is with love. And it is mentioned in the scriptures that this love is not so easily available. Great devotees like Narada, Lord Prahlad Maharaj, they have achieved it by great austerity and performing very severe penances and devotion with utter faith, and very rarely available. But it is said when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, first of all, he appears to give prema bhakti. But when he comes and sees that people in Kali Yuga, nobody is ready, nobody is qualified, nobody is qualified to take that pure devotion. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu indiscriminately, there is this beautiful verses which Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj sings. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori, Saparshada Sadama Saha Avatari, Saparshada Sadama Saha Avatari, Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kari Bare Dana Shikai Bo Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana, says Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being compassionate to the fallen souls of the Kali Yuga. Sri Krishna Jive Daya Kari. Sa Parshada Sahadham, along with his associate, along with his holy dham, Navadip. Sa Parshadam Swayam Avatari, he himself appeared. Atyanta, very important. Atyanta Durlabha Prema. Atyanta Durlabha Prema. Very rarely available. The love of Godhead, the loving services to Krishna. Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kari Bare Dana, which is very rarely available. He is distributing as Dan indiscriminately. Indiscriminately. Shikhaibo Sharanagati. How to accept that prema and follow. He teaches by his own example. Atyanta Durlabha Prema Kari Bharadana Shikhaibo Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana. That is the life and soul of a devotee. So this is Prema Purushottam and Leela Purushottam. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj mentions, for Vaishnavas, the most easiest. First of all, you need the mercy of Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru and Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. And then in the process of sadhana bhakti, Gaur Govind Maharaj says, Lord Ramachandra's life is very unique, special for devotees. Because it is with so much compassion, so much love, so much sacrifice, and ideal example. So, in Ramayana, the story goes, once, one of our senior leaders was mentioning a few days ago, he says once Dashrath Maharaj, King Dashrath, father of Lord Rama, he was going to go to his assembly in his kingdom. So while he was leaving, he was putting his helmet. And while he was putting his helmet, he saw something shining. You can see in my oral something shining. He saw something shining. And he saw that he has some white hairs. And he was already contemplating that he's aging and he should make Rama the king of Ayodhya. Now, that is not possible in today's age. No one can think like that he's aging. Because, now people age. I'm 43, my hairs are already shining. One thing is this. Second thing is nowadays people die also. So at 60 also your hairs won't shine. You will never feel that you're aged. But Dashrath Maharaj, he went and met Kulaguru Vasishta and he met the ministers. He told that, Gurudev, I am aging and I feel that I can make Rama the king of Ayodhya and I can retire and proceed towards developing my consciousness for spiritual path, more absorb more into that. Vasishtha was very happy and he, along with Sumanta and all the other ministers, it was announced that our king Dasharath desires that his eldest son Rama to be enthroned as the king. As soon as Vasishtha, Sumanta, and all the ministers they heard Rama will become the king of Ayodhya, as soon as they heard this sentence, their hairs stood up with ecstasy. They were in so much bliss. It is said that even they were feeling that we have getting aged and they were having the same desire that let we are already old but let's be alive to see Rama becoming the king. So their desire was also to become Rama becomes the king. So unanimously everyone supported the decision or the desire of Dashrath Maharaj. So Dashrath Maharaj asked them, so when do you feel Rama should be enthroned as a king of Ayodhya? So everyone unanimously said, Shubha Shigram. Early, the best. So Dasharath Maharaj asked, how early? We need a very auspicious moment, tithi, muhurat, right? To make Rama the king. So all the scholars, they said, because Lord Ramachandra's behavior, his qualities, it is said that he would respect, Lord Ramchandra would respect his elders as if he is respecting the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Narayan, the worshipable Lord. He would respect the elders like this. And they had so much, and he would, Lord Rama would be, when he would deal with his brothers and other children, it is said Ramachandra is dealing with as if Rama is mother and father together and he is giving more love than the mother and father can together give up their brothers and children to not only to his brothers, to all other children who would play together. That was the qualities of Lord Ramchandra is described. And when they heard this, that Rama is going to become, they were in bliss. And they said, there is no need of identifying a moment when Rama will become the king. When Lord Rama will be enthroned as the king of Ayodhya, that moment will become the most auspicious moment of the three worlds. That moment will become the most auspicious moment of the three worlds. And the news spread. Then he asked, when? He said, when the sun rises tomorrow. When the sun rises tomorrow, we'll do Rajya Abhishek. Before that, all the preparation done and we'll enthrone. And the news spread all over Ayodhya. All over Ayodhya. Everyone was in ecstasy. And there was a grand preparation going on for the Rajya Abhishek of Lord Ramachandra. If you read Ramayana, you will be shocked to see the preparation. I'll just give one example because that can go 1 hour, the preparation itself. If you have gone to the airports, after the jewelry, The most expensive thing is what, Hmm? Huh? Diamonds, yes. Perfumes. And if you read Ramayana, it is said the roads of Ayodhya were being cleaned and hundreds of elephants were pulling the drums of perfume to clean the streets. To clean the streets. See the opulence. you know, Today if you go to airport, they'll give you one piece of paper that also they'll put in a little in your, to taste, they'll put little in the taste. And everyone was jubilant. Now, there is one lady, her name is Mantra. Now, she was chosen by the demigods because Lord Ramachandra has appeared. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam. So, the vinasha of the demons, kill the Rakshasas, was one of the purpose of Lord Ramachandra's appearance. So, demigods were wondering that if Rama becomes the king of Ayodhya and he happens to sit in Ayodhya, who's going to kill Rakshasas? Who's going to kill Ravana? Huh? And what will happen to us? So Jay tells Saraswati to find out some most selfish and cunning person, go and sit in his or her mouth and make an arrangement for that this ceremony should not be successful. So she finds whom? Mantra. And Mantra, she was a hunchback lady, old lady, who, bolte na, she came with Devi Kaikai. But then in the Vedic, in the, Dwapara Satya, when the kings would get married, they would also send hundreds of maid servants with the queen, with their daughters. With the queen, they would come. So she had come with Kaikai. And when she went out and she saw that in Ayodhya, everyone is not sleeping, awake, doing some preparation as if some upcoming big festival is there. Limping, she went and asked the servant of Kaushalya, Are, what happened? Why these guys are crazily decorating? What is that? There is no auspicious festival coming up. There is no marriage ceremony or any of the. What is this going on? So one of the servant told, Are, you don't know? Tomorrow, Sri Ram is going to become the king of Ayodhya. Tomorrow is the Rajya Abhishek. Tomorrow is the Rajya Abhishek of Lord Rama. And when Mantra heard this, she was stunned, very, very shaken. And she went straight running into the chambers of Kaikai. And Kaikai was lying down, And she said, Are, सो रही है अपना काल सामने है क्या कर रही है like that she tells her. Kaki said, what happened, Mantra? Why are you disturbing me this late? What happened to you? And Mantra started crying loudly. She was crying out, not only just informing, crying out as if the sky has fell down. So then Kaikai said, what happened? Again Lakshman beti or what? Srila Radha Govind Maharaj tells in his lecture, ऐसा लगता है कि मंत्रा की हरकतों पर लक्ष्मण समय समय पे उसको ठोक ठाक के रखता था. So timely, such mentality of people are given to be tightened up, So Kaikai asked, what happened? Again Lakshman beti said, no, nothing about me. And she started crying more loudly. Are, what happened? You tell me, no. She said, do you know? There's a great preparation going. Just go and peep from your window and see what's happening. There's a big arrangement going on here. There's a big festival being arranged for tomorrow. Rama is going to be made the king of Ayodhya. And there is Rajya Abhishek of Rama tomorrow. Kaikai heard this. When she heard this, she was in bliss. She got so happy that she had a very, very precious golden necklace with diamond. She immediately took it and threw it on Kaikai. She became so happy when she heard, but Ram is going to become the king. And mantra, she took that necklace and threw it on the floor and started crying more loudly. You know, and she said, "What happened to you? Kaikai, Rama is going to become the king. You have given me such a great news. I am so happy for it. Why are you creating these inauspicious omens by crying?" She said, "Oh, Kaikai, you are still that foolish child whom I saw in the childhood. You don't still understand anything." Kaikai said, "This is the day I am living for. Ram is going to become the king. What are you talking, Mantra?" She says, "Ram is going to become the king. You know what is the cost of it? And how it is happening? Do you understand? Are you able to perceive it?" "No, no, you will not perceive. You are foolish. You are very childish. You know how it is happening? Just see." He said, Kai, Mantra, please watch your tongue. My Ram is going to become the king. Watch your tongue. I'll get it cut. Watch your tongue. She said, "Today, even if the thunder falls on me and my body falls into pieces, I will not stop speaking because I love you so much," she said. And then she said, "Bharat and Shatrughan is not there." And that moment has been chosen. Moreover, nothing is going to happen to me. Why should I cry? Because of my love towards you, I am crying. Nothing is going to I am not going to lose anything. I am not going to gain anything. I am a dasi. I will remain a dasi. But I will not be able to see you becoming the dasi of Kaushalya. Rama is the son of Kaushalya. And definitely Kaushalya will become the most important mother. And Rama will definitely respect her. I will become a dasi. Nothing is going to happen to me. But I cannot see you become a dasi. And what your son Bharat? He will just be a secondary person in the whole kingdom. And Kaikai gave attention. You know, Kaikai gave attention to mantra. Now there is a very beautiful teaching here that we become with whom we associate. We become with whom we associate. Even if you think you are a great person and you're so nice and wise and kind, it doesn't work. You become with whom you associate. Kaikai just gave attention and time to mantra. And then she heard Dasi, 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 Dasi. Finished. She said, if that is my destiny, what can I do? And then, what can I do? Mantra, that is our destiny. What can I do? Very, very morose, helpless. Kaikai. Now, just by association, just see. Few moments before, how association can, you know, the process the Krishna consciousness is called a razor edge. This is a very ideal example. One moment cut, the whole journey is, changed. Radhe Shampoo gives an example. A flight, when it is taking off, little deviation, instead of reaching Calcutta, it will reach Agartala. Little deviation, you will end up in Agartala instead of Calcutta. So similarly, little bit, you don't know what will knock us down. Kaikai was completely, taken over. And then, so what to do? There's a big conversation. To cut it short, Mantra reminds Kaikai that, do you remember? You have two boons. You have two boons with Dasharath Maharaj. Yes, I remember that. What can I do with that? This is the time to use that. He says, for the first boon, you ask, Bharat will become the king. And for the second one, you tell, Ram should be banished to the forest for 14 years. When Kaikai heard Ram being banished, even her heart shook up. That Ram to be banished to the forest, her heart shook up. Then she, she said, I can ask the first one, Bharat can become the king, but why the second one? He said, Arey, until Ram will stay in Ayodhya, you make Indra also the king of Ayodhya, Ram will rule everyone. He said, until Ram is not there, Bharat will never be accepted as the king. And then she preaches. You know, if you read how envious and duplicitous people preach, you can see that in the section of Ramayana. She very nicely describes how to do. She says, first you go and sit in the Kupa Bhavan. Huh? And then you just remove all your jewelries and wear black clothes and no jewelry, nothing. And this, you should be crying properly, like that, crying properly. Tells Anyways, it is said Mataji's tears are not in the eyes, it's in the hair. And just flows like this. Do like this, it flows. Huh? So said, you just cry, and then Dasharath will come, and he will be very, very disturbed to see you like this. Don't speak. Ask him to give a word that he will fulfill what he says. When he says yes, only then you should speak. Only then you should speak. And ask for the two boons. As planned, she goes and sits in Kupa Bhavan, and Dasharath Maharaj, after speaking to Vashishta, Sumanta, the minister, making all the arrangements for Lord Ramachandra's next day's Rajya Abhishek, he comes because Kaikai was very dear to Dasharath Maharaj. So he comes to see Kaikai to inform her, and then he sees she's not there in their chamber. And she comes to know from the Dasi that she is in the Kupa Bhavan. And Dasharath was surprised. Why is Kaikai in Kupa Bhavan? He goes there and sees Kaikai lying down, and when crying. Dasharath Maharaj goes and touches her head. Kaikai, what happened? And she and turns her face the other side. This is very common in Mataji's. She turns the other side. And then Dasharath comes this side. She turns the other side. And then he asks her, what happened? Who disappointed my Kaikai? And as she was preached, to cut it short, we are short of time. There's a full narration over there, it's a beautiful teaching. Even before that also, there's a very beautiful teaching that, a woman or a wife is not supposed to discuss her confidential discussions with her husband to a maid servant. Never do that. A woman or a man or a husband, wife should never discuss. Many times in the current age, a lot of disasters happen because of the drivers. Many of the bosses, they speak to the drivers. And before the boss reaches the office, the whole company knows what he's going to do because of the driver. One devotee was relating this pastime to that. So you have to be very careful. You cannot just speak confidential topics with anyone and everyone. So Kaikai was, then she, as Dasharath Maharaj pacified her, she asked for the two boons. Then Kaikai, he gave her a promise that I will fulfill whatever you say. Tell me. Then Kaikai immediately gets up and sits, and she says, I have two boons with you. He said, yes. Two boons. You can ask today 12 boons. Forget about two boons. You can ask today 12 boons. He said, no. If you are able to give this two, you will be known in the history. Then she says, very, very, because even she was, Lord Rama is Rama. To go against Rama, it's not so easy. So Kaikai holds her breath, and very one statement she says, I want for the first boon Bharat to become the king, and for the second one I want Rama to be banished to the forest for 14 years. Now Dasharath, for a few seconds he could not understand what happened. Sometimes it happens, when you are shocked, you don't know what happened for a few seconds. So Dasharath was shaken completely. He just could not believe what he heard. He said, Devi, what happened to you? Do you know what are you saying? I am very clear what I am saying, and I know you understood what I am saying, but you will not do that also, I know. That is why I told you to give me your word first. He said, Devi, and there's a whole, I can speak another 2 hours only on this discussion between Kaikai and Dasharath. Dasharath Maharaj hears that, he completely breaks down, and he actually sits down on the floor, breaks down and sits down on the floor, and he tells Kaikai, do you know what are you telling? Tomorrow I am going to officially make Rama the king of Ayodhya. Are Devi, Rama is already ruling the hearts of whole Ayodhya. He is already the king of everyone in Ayodhya. Forget about human beings. Even the birds and the animals, the horses, elephants. He is already ruling their heart. Don't do this. He said, she reminds her that you are from Ikshwaku Kula. And now she said, Ikshwaku Kul ke Vamshad, दशरथ महाराज आप अपने शब्द को पूरा कीजिए कृपा करके. And she tells, then it is said that the thought of being separated from Rama, Dashrath Maharaj fell unconscious. He fell unconscious. And then after some time he wakes up and he puts his head at the feet of Kaikai and begs her, Kaikai, Ram will happily accept Bharat as the king, but Bharat will not accept. Please try to understand. And we will make Bharat the king of Ayodhya. But don't separate us from Rama. Please don't separate us from Rama. He cries. And again falls unconscious. Again falls unconscious. And then when he comes into consciousness, he says, I am not going to let this happen. I am not going to allow this to happen. I will tell Rama to rule the kingdom at the strength of his sword. I will never allow your plan to be successful. And again falls unconscious. And then he wakes up and begs and cries. Whole night, there's a whole back and forth discussion. But Kaikai was firm. It is said that when your eyes is covered with envy, ego, material insecurity, it is very difficult to accept truth. If it's very difficult to accept good advice, very very difficult. And Kaikai was totally. You need a shock treatment for that. And Kaikai will get there later. You need a shock treatment to see clearly. Kaikai was not ready. By that time, the whole night passes away. And Vashishta Muni is very concerned because there was Rajya Abhishek, fire Yajna to be performed, and Darshath Maharaj has not come. So he goes. He tells Sumanta, the minister, please go and inform Lord Dashrath and Lord Rama that he is supposed to come. We are supposed to do the prepare. We are supposed to start the process, the Yajna, Rajya Abhishek Yajna. So Sumanta goes there and sees Dashrath Maharaj lying down, Kaikai sitting there, and Dashrath Maharaj almost unconscious. And he says, my lord, what happened? She said, no, he's fine, you call Rama. There's a discussion here, very short, but he says, call Rama. So Sumanta says, Devi, I will not follow your order. My king has to order me. So Dashrath cryingly said, Sumanta, Ram ko bulao. Jaldi bulao. Bolo Dashrath milna chahte. Lord Ramchandra was sitting with Mother Sita. And Mother Sita was very jokingly telling, oh, so in few hours, my prince will become the king. And then by that time Sumanta comes and Lord Ramchandra goes running, gets into a chariot and goes running to the palace of Dashrath Maharaj. And he goes and meets and he sees. First he was surprised to see that Dashrath and Mother Kaikai are in Kupa Bhavan. And then when he enters there, he sees them. Dashrath Maharaj is lying down, crying, very, very stressed. And he asks, Mother, what happened to my father? Then he asked, oh great king, oh my father, huh? Oh King Dashrath, oh my father, what has happened to you? Why are you in this situation? Then Kaikai says, Ram, your father is in very great stress. And I know you can relieve him from this stress. But if you give me a word, I will tell you that. So Ramachandra was shaken that for the first time in his life, he saw his mother Kaikai doubting him. Doubting him. Said, Mother, please tell me. And then she tells, I had two boons with your father. For the first boon, first boon, I asked him that Bharat should become the king. Now, if you read Valmiki Ramayana, it is so beautifully described. When Lord Ramachandra heard this, that Bharat will become the king, Ramachandra had a beautiful smile on his face. Smile. Very beautiful smile. And looked at Mother Kaikeyi's eyes. And looked at Dashrath Maharaj that Bharat has to be made king. That is what is your desire. And he said, for the second one, I want you to, 1 minute, Rama, for the second one, I want you to go to the forest for 14 years. He smiles, becomes bigger. And then he tells, my dear mother, Bharat is the most qualified to become the king. And I am so happy that Bharat will become the king. And why my father is so upset about it? My dear father, in fact, the Lord is very kind on me, he said. The Lord is very kind on me. He said, when I went with Vishwamitra Muni to kill the Rakshashi Tadaka, at that time, I met so many rishis and muni. And one of the rishi was Gautama Rishi. Like this, I met so many rishis and munis who were living in the forest in their hermitages and huts. And when I saw them, I had a great desire to have their association. And the Lord is very kind. Today, with your second boon, He is fulfilling my desire that I will get association of this sadhus. And Lord Ramchandra is having a smile on his face. Dashrath Maharaj very painfully says, Rama, don't fall to the words of this lady. Don't fall. And Lord Ramchandra smiles. And then he looks at Mother Kaikai. I heard this in one senior Vaishnava's class. He read in the Ramayana in South India. He says, Lord Ramchandra told Mother Kaikai, looking at her eyes, Mate, if this is what you wanted, why did you wait till today? Had you expressed this desire of yours to me earlier, I would have left Ayodhya long back without informing anyone, and my father would have not been in this situation. I would have left Ayodhya long back, and my father would have not been in this situation. And I'm very sad that you had a doubt on me that you have to wait till this time. Kaikai, it is said that Kaikai was shaken inside. And Ramayana teaches, it's a very beautiful lesson here. In today's world, if you tell someone in the family, if a husband goes and tells his wife that out of our 3 flats, I will give one of them to my younger brother, he is struggling. There will be a volcano eruption in the house, दे दो, सब कुछ दे दो, ये घर भी दे दो, सब दे दो अपने भाई को, कुछ मत रखो मेरे बच्चों के लिए. हाँ, तेलुगु में, इच्छे, everything, अन्य इच्छे. It is said, Kampalaka Morgudu. Huh? Such is the situation. And you tell someone, and Lord Ramchandra is not losing one flat. He is losing a kingdom with a smile on his face. And he is teaching all of us. Don't be attached to anything material. Don't be attached to anything material. Everything in this material world is temporary. This body is temporary. One day we are going to leave this body. Don't be attached to this body. Don't be attached to everything, anything which you possess, except devotional service. Except your attachment to Krishna, attachment to Lord Rama. Except devotional service, don't be attached to anything. It will all go away. Even if it doesn't go in your while you are living, death will snatch away everything. Death will snatch away everything. And Lord Ramchandra's teaching, even when the most difficult calamities come, one should simply smile at it and embrace it. Isn't it? When Kaikai told him, "You Bharat will become the king, you go to the forest," Lord Ramchandra smiled and embraced it. That's the way to live in the human life. You know, today the society is suffering so much because of not being taught the teachings from Ramayana and Mahabharata. People are attached to this body, and then everything what is connected to this body. This body is itself going to deteriorate, and there is so much anxiety. You know, people are in so much anxiety. We are to shaving our head. Today's generation is shaving head without shaving. You know, hairs are going because of stress. Finished. And the world's second, third industry is cosmetic. Second and third biggest industry is cosmetic. Because nobody wants to look ugly and aging. And everyone will be forced to age. And beauty will go away. The real beauty of a man is how much is he connected to his superiors. How much is he connected to the seniors, his guru, his father? How much is he following the scriptures? How much is he following the teachings of his grandfather and father and the spiritual master? And how much is he detached from the worldly attachments? That is the treasure. That is the ornament of a man. Uh, And for a woman, it is says shy and chastity. Shy. Shy means when you see a man other than the father, husband, and the brother, she shies from there. And she's chaste. Prabhupada writes, if a woman, if she knows to take care of the house and deal with all the housely affairs with a smile, and take care of the house and cook nicely, if she can cook very nicely, even if she is not looking beautiful, she becomes the beauty queen of the heart of the house and the husband. This is what the scripture teaches. The real beauty is not the external beauty which is maintained with makeup. The real beauty is the Vedic culture, the etiquette. This is what Ramayana teaches here to all of us. This is what is needed. So Lord Ramachandra, we have 5 minutes left. So Lord Ramchandra, he speaks like this, and Kaika is shaken. And Lord Ramchandra immediately leaves from there. So beautiful. He goes to Mother Kaushalya first, and then Kaushalya is very happy. She blesses him, and she was having such a smile on her face that she was waiting for this day, Ram to become the king. And Lord Ramachandra tells her, actually, uh, my father and our king had given two boons to Devi, Mother Kaikai. And mother, for the first boon, he wants Bharat to become the king. And for the second one, I am told to go for the forest for 14 years. Smiling. Mother Kaushalya hears this. Tears starts flowing from her eyes. And she said, Ram, you are already so great. Even before becoming the king and showing your further greatness, how great you want to become? Huh? How much great you want to become? Huh? You are accepting this as if nothing has happened, Ram. What are you made up of? And Lord Ramchandra smiles, embraces the mother, and he goes to Mother Sita. And Lakshman is around seeing all these things. Ramchandra goes to Mother Sita. So beautiful narration in Ramayana. Like a husband, he goes to his office in the morning. He leaves the house as if he's going to come back in the evening, right? So Lord Ramchandra goes to Mother Sita and tells, Devi, my father had two boons. For the first one, he has asked to make Bharat the king. And for the second one, I have been told to go to the forest for 14 years. I will go and immediately come back in 14 years. You please take care of my mother, my father, they will be broken after I leave. And my brothers, treat them like your own children. Please take care of them. And I will immediately come back. Mother Sita is looking at Lord Ramchandra's face. And there's a full narration because before that, Ramchandra, before telling this, he builds up the topic. That's how the husband has to do. He builds up the topic and then he tells it. And Mother Sita she's having a smile and continuous tears flowing from her eyes. Continuous tears flowing from her eyes. And she's smiling also. And for it is said that for some moment she wanted to speak, but words were not coming. Only tears were flowing from her eyes. She wanted to speak, but she was speaking from the eyes. Rama, this is injustice with me. With the eyes, with tears she was speaking. Then she, with a choked voice, she said, you are fulfilling your father's word, and Bharat is also qualified to become the king. Huh. You are fulfilling, but let me tell you, Prince Rama, I am also bound with the words of my father. When I got married to you, my father told me, Sita, from today, you are Ardhangini of Rama. Ardha Anga, Ardha Angini. You are half the body of Rama. All the pains of Rama, half is yours. All the pleasures of Rama, half is yours. So you fulfill your father's word, and I will fulfill my father's word. So I will go with you, Ayodhya, to forest, because I have to take the half the pain and the pleasures of yours. Beautiful narration in which Lord Ramachandra preaches to Mother Sita. We are short of time, but Lord Ramchandra tells, Ayodhya forest is very dangerous, very wild animals are there, weather is not very uncertain, you can even die. And Mother Sita's reply to this whole narration was, for me, death is both the places, either in the forest with you or after you leave from Ayodhya over here. Please allow me to go with you, I beg you. So Lord Ramchandra, actually it is said he wanted Sita to go, and he has a smile and he accepts. And Lakshman is hearing all these things. Beautiful, Lakshman's anger, my God. He heard, and this he could not take it. Sita will also go. Because already Mother Sita used to love Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan more than all the three mothers. That is Devi Sita's glories. Bharat breaks down, Lakshman breaks down there. He said, nobody is going anywhere. Nobody is going anywhere. And you will become the king of Ayodhya. And let me see who comes on my way today. Dashrath, first time he tells. Otherwise he would say Maharaj Dashrath, Raja Dashrath, Pitashri. But first time, he went mad hearing his separation from Rama. Dashrath, if Dashrath comes on the way, my sword will chop off everyone who comes on the way. Bharat, Shatrughan, Sumanta, the ministers, the army of Ayodhya, everyone is going to face the bow and arrow of Lakshman today. And you will become the king. You will become the king. Let me see who stops that. And he just could not, totally out of control. Mother Sita was also shocked. And Lord Ramchandra smiling. He said, Lakshman, Lord Ramchandra raises his voice. In the history of Ikshvaku Kula, never a son has accepted the kingdom at the strength of the sword from his father. And don't think about it. And it is not acceptable for me to hear this. He leaves his bow and falls at the feet of Lord Rama like a 5 years old child and tells, please take me also with you. And then slowly he says, otherwise I'll end up doing what I said. Please take me. And he cries and looks at Mother Sita, cries. Lord Ramchandra knew how much Lakshman doesn't see himself separate as from the body of Lord Rama. He loves Lord Rama so much. Mother Sita smiles. Lakshman says, Lord Rama says, okay, I'll take you at one condition. We'll end with this pastime. I'll take you at one condition. You have to go to your mother, Sumitra, and seek her permission. If she agrees, I will take you with me. Like a 5-year-old boy, he goes running to the chambers of Devi Sumitra and he's crying, voice is choked. He says, Mate, Mate, you know, and Mother Sumitra comes out and she's like, what happened? She's never seen Lakshman like this. He said, Mate, Kaikai had two boons and Devi Kaikai asked, Mother Kaikai asked these boons and Lord Rama is living, Sita is also going with him and uh, Mother, I want to go with them. I want to serve my Ram and Sita. I cannot live here without them. Please allow me. Ram will never accept me. If you give me permission, if you allow me to go, he will accept me. I will go and serve them. I have nothing to do here. If Sita and Ram are not there, then I don't see a reason to live in Ayodhya. Please allow me to go. Mother Sumitra, when she heard this, she was stunned. It's a beautiful narration. But the main points I will speak. She tells, Lakshman, today I consider that my existence is auspicious. Lakshman, today I consider my womb from where you have born, where you are born, is very auspicious. Because you are ready to accept any inconvenience to serve Rama. Why have you come to me? I am not a mother. Sita is your mother. You don't need my permission. You don't need my permission. You are born to serve Ram and Sita. And please go and serve Sita. And I want to tell you one more thing. Please don't remember Ayodhya, your mother, your wife, or anyone here. Just selflessly, 100%, dedicate yourself in service of Sita and Ram. Dedicate yourself 100% in service of Sita and Ram. Srila Radha Govinda Maharaj, one of the senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada, he made a very beautiful statement on this katha, this pastime. He said, वास्तव में हर माँ की यही इच्छा होनी चाहिए जो सुमित्रा ने दिखाया है. हर माँ की यही इच्छा होनी चाहिए कि मेरा पुत्र राम का भक्त बने और कुछ नहीं बनेगा तो चलेगा मगर वो राम का भक्त बनना चाहिए. मेरा पुत्र कुछ नहीं बने, राम का भक्त बने. And he doesn't even get him and sees Mother Sumitra. He just runs. Lakshman. Shri Ram Navami Mahotsav ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. We are already crossed 10 minutes more than the time. Thank you very much for patiently hearing. I took 10 minutes more. So, Ramayana is like this. So, it's so much teachings. And Lord Rama's life, I said, Janma karma cha me divyam. Evam yo viti tatvata. Tyaktva deham punar janma. Naiti mamiti so Arjuna. The pastimes of the Lord are so beautiful. And especially of Lord Rama. They go straight into the heart. And they wake up the soul towards a devotion to Lord Rama. And this is the purpose of this leelas. This janma and karma, they are divyam. That's why we have to understand with the philosophy, the teachings of it. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, we all are fortunate today to celebrate Ramayana in this, Ram Navami in this way. Hare Krishna. So it's already 9:40. Abhishek has to be. Abhishek time will be. Huh? I have to ask people. They must be already. Prabhu is telling 10 minutes more. Is it okay? Okay, we'll just. No, no. Okay. रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम So, Ram, Lakshman, Devi Sita, they actually immediately prepared. Lord Ramchandra tells Devi Sita that my father is in a great pain. The more I stay here, it will increase his pain. Once I leave Ayodhya, he will accept it and he will become peaceful. So he tells at he looks at Mother Sita and says, we should leave Ayodhya at this moment. We should leave Ayodhya at this moment. Mother Sita said, Tathastu, immediately, chalo. Lakshman is already prepared. So then there is a whole narration how they were dressed up as Vanvasis. But Vashishta Muni fights that Sita has to go the way she is with all her. The boon she asked is only applicable to Vanvasi to Rama. Lakshman is volunteering, it is not applicable to Sita. Sita will go like a queen only with all ornaments. So Ram, Lakshman, Ram, Lakshman and Devi Sita, they within few moments they dress up and they go to meet Dasharath for the last time. And Ram tells us, we will immediately leave. We will not stay there for long. Dasharath sees Lord Rama. Never in his life he saw, when Rama grew up as a prince, he never saw him like this, dressed up as a Vanvasi. Dasharath cries and he takes out his sword. And Kaika immediately gets scared when he knows it. But he takes and he puts it to Rama. He says, Ram, please, I am a weak hearted person. At the strength of the sword, you rule the Ayodhya. Ram, I am begging you to do this. I am begging you to do this. Lord Ramchandra falls at the feet of Dashrath Maharaj and tells him that you please bless me. To please bless me so that I fulfill the word which you gave to my mother. He says, my mother. It is said, Radha Govind Maharaj says, Lord Rama used to love Mother Kaikai so much that he used to say Kaikai Mate and his own mother Kaushalya Badima. So much he used to love Kaikai. And then Lord Ramchandra, Sumanta, he tells King Dashrath tells Sumanta, Sumanta, you please go with my son. Ram is a young prince and he has taken up very seriously. You take him on my chariot. I mean, take him on the outskirt of Ayodhya. Show him our territories. After a few days, bring him back. You take my chariot. Please go and bring back. And then he breaks down and cries loudly. And he tells, I know Ram will not come, but you make sure you bring Sita back. Sita is a princess. She doesn't deserve this. She has never put her feet on the rough earth also. Her father Janak has kept like a heavenly queen. She was born and brought up like this. You please bring her back. I know Ram will not come, and Lakshman is out of question. You know? So you please bring Sita back. Lord Ramchandra, when he boards the chariot, the scene of Ayodhya is very beautifully described. He said, everyone. It is said, Radha Govind Maharaj tells that what to speak about human beings. Horses, cows, elephants were in tears. And trees, what we call murja jate. English? Not dried. You understand? Even the trees, the branch, fall season, they were completely down. The leaves were down. They were completely depressed. Even everyone was affected with the news that Rama is leaving for 14 years. Everyone was in tears. People were looking at the chariot of Lord Rama and continuous tears. Small children and mothers. It is said that newborn babies, with the newborn babies, mothers were tying them and they were running behind the chariot. And at one point they were stopped. And then the mothers and the elder members of the society, of the family, told the young men, go with Rama. You go with the chariot. Go with Rama. Don't allow him to go. Go stop him and bring him back. And don't come back without Rama. The wives told their husband. Children told their fathers. Grandfathers told their sons. Go, bring Rama and don't come back without Rama. And they went running. Lord Ramchandra, he knew Ayodhya people love him so much. But Lord Ramchandra had to hold his tears, seeing his love. But Mother Sita could not hold the tears. She was just crying because it is, as I mentioned, Lord Ramchandra used to treat the elder members as the supreme Lord and all other young men like he's the mother and father for them. That was dealings of Lord Rama. So they just could not accept it. They were crying, tears, and running behind the. They just went running continuously. Went running. They crossed the borders and went with Lord Ramachandra. And they stayed with Lord Ramachandra for a few days. Ayodhya citizens, they exemplified. It is, there is no point of living in this world without Rama. There's no point of living in this world without Rama. So they followed, and then when they stayed overnight, Lord Ramachandra saw. He got up early, he did his Gayatri, and took bath. First he took bath, did his Gayatri, and then after that, Mother Sita, Lakshman got up, and Sumanta got up, and Lord Ramachandra saw all the Ayodhya citizens. He didn't cry one day before, but morning when they were all sleeping, Lord Ramachandra was crying. He said, Devi, they love me so much, but today I will have to cheat them. We will go ahead without they being woken while they are sleeping. They will feel I have cheated them, but their families need them, and it is not right for me. They are the citizens of Bharat now. Bharat is the king. They are citizens of Bharat. It is not right at my side, my side, to take them like this with me. And then he tells Sumanta, I went to He said the outskirt of Ayodhya, one of the places, Nandigram, where Bharat stayed. I went recently when I went to Ayodhya. It's a beautiful temple there of Bharat deity. He said Bharat slept 2 feet below the earth because when he came to know Rama, who used to sleep on the golden bed, is now sleeping in the earth with kusha grass. He digged the earth in Nandigram and he slept below the earth. That place is still there in Ayodhya, Nandigram. Beautiful place. Beautiful deity of Lakshman is there doing tapasya. And then from there, Sumanta was told to take the chariot into all 7 directions, few kilometers away, so that when the citizens they get up, Ayodhya Vasis, they will not be able to follow our path. They will not be able to follow our path, and broken hearted they will go back to Ayodhya. They'll go back to Ayodhya. Now, there's a beautiful story how Lord Rama meets Guhu. Guhu was Lord Ramchandra's childhood friend in the Gurukul. Nishad Raja Guhu. And when he heard Lord Rama has come, he comes running. And Lord Ramchandra, Vanavas means he's not supposed to go to any villages or any cities on the forest. He has to take a turn as soon as he sees a village or a city from far away. So Lord Rama was taking a turn from Nishad Raj, Guhu's territory, and Guhu comes to know Lord Rama is there. He goes running with his soldiers and with lot of fruits and vegetables and preparations, and he tells Lord Ramchandra, he said that we heard about what has happened, what injustice has happened with you. Lord Ramchandra doesn't allow Guhu to speak anything against his mother or his father. And he says, no, this is the will of the providence. It is the will of the time. Time is in control and is the will of the providence. I will not blame anyone and neither I will allow anyone to blame my mother and father for this. So Guhu has tears in his eyes. And Guhu very nicely tells, okay, I am very fortunate, Guhu tells, I am very fortunate. So for 14 years you rule my territory and Ayodhya is close by, then you can go back to Ayodhya also. So Lord Ramchandra says that, forget about accepting and coming to your territory. I am not even able to supposed to see any kingdom and villages. I am supposed to pass by far away and leave the cities and go into the forest. Guhu just could not accept that. And that night, on the outskirts of Guhu's territory, Lord Rama and Mother Sita, they sleep under a tree, putting kusha grass. For the first time ever, Mother Sita and Lord Rama spent their whole night under a tree. Under a tree. No house, no shed. Rama and Sita sleep like this. Guhu and Lakshman. Whole night, Guhu was asking various questions over Lord Ramchandra, and Lakshman was quoting various pastimes from Ayodhya. And till the morning they were discussing Ram Katha. Guhu and Lakshman. Till the morning they were discussing Ram Katha. It is said that Lord Lakshman did not eat and did not sleep for 14 years. For 14 years, whole night, he would guard Sita and Ram, and whole day, he would serve them. 14 years. And next day, there's a beautiful pastime. Lord Ramchandra goes a little ahead, reaches Ganges, Ganga, the bank of Ganga, and from there, he passes there's a beautiful pastime of Kevat. The cave of pastime, how he washes the feet of Lord Ramchandra, and he crosses the Ganga, and he meets Bharadwaj Muni. And he asks for a good place where he should go and stay. And Bharadwaj Muni, he tells him that you should reside in where? Chitrakoot. Panchavati is after Bharat comes there. Chitrakoot. go on for another 5 minutes. This is another beautiful, one of the very important section actually of Ramayana. I'll end with this. Now Bharat is not in Ayodhya. He is in the house of his maternal uncle. And he gets a dream, a bad omen in the night. And something inauspicious has happened in Ayodhya. He wakes up and wakes up the Shatrughan. That, my dear brother, I have got some ill omen and I'm very fearful something inauspicious happened in Ayodhya, either to our father, either to our brother. Something has happened. I'm just feeling very fearful and very, very stressed out. I'm just not able to sleep. By that time, a messenger comes from Ayodhya. Because after Lord Ramachandra leaves Ayodhya, on the fourth day, Dashrath, day and night, he actually remembers Rama, day and night. Ram, Ram, and falls unconscious. And he says, gets up again. Did Sumanta come? Please find out, is Ram coming back? Please find out what is happening. And again faints, falls unconscious. And on the fourth day, not able to tolerate the separation from Rama, Dashrath leaves his body and the messenger was sent to call Bharat to accept the kingdom and do the final rites of Dashrath Maharaj. And when Bharat immediately, as soon as he sees the messenger of Ayodhya, immediately starts his journey back to Ayodhya. As soon as he enters Ayodhya, Dashrath holds, he actually shaken on the chariot and he holds Shatrughan. He holds Shatrughan. He said, Dashrath, he said, Shatrughan, my brother, I don't know what is happening to me. I have never seen Ayodhya like this before. All the doors are closed. Animals are upset. People are showing back to my chariot. The citizens of Ayodhya are showing their back to me. What has happened? I have never seen such an inauspicious. My anxiety is increasing more and more, more and more. And he tells, please, please immediately take me to my father's palace. Please take me immediately. And he holds, he could not control, he holds, Shatrughan stands there. And he goes running to see King Dashrath. And he sees Dashrath is not there. Dashrath is not there. Bharat is in very much anxiety, very big anxiety. He goes running. He goes running. First he thinks of going and seeing Rama. After Bharat, he wanted to go to Rama only, but his duty wanted to go to the king first and the father first. He went to, but Dashrath is not there. But while he is going to, rushing and running to Rama, Kaikeyi catches him, takes him to her chamber, calls him, sends him, brings him there. And Kaikeyi, Bharat actually saw Kaikeyi almost just like a widow. But Bharat could not accept. And he asks his mother that, my father is not there. And while I'm coming, I'm seeing everything inauspicious. My dear mother, what has happened? Where is my father? Where is my brother? My brother Rama. Where is my brother Rama? So Kaikeyi, she says, Bharat, your father Ram has left this world 4 days before. Your father has died. King Dashrath is no more there. Bharat heard, he was just going to fall down on the floor. He holds Kaikeyi to balance himself. And he tells, my mother, what are you telling? He said, yes, Bharat, this is the truth. King Dashrath has died. How did this happen? And he breaks down, falls on the floor and cries. How did this happen? How did this happen? What happened to my father? He says, I am so unfortunate that I was not present. I was not present when my father left this world. I was not present with my great brother Rama and Lakshman to be there with them in this situation. I am so unfortunate. What? And then Kaikeyi got a little shocked when he was crying out Rama's name also. Where is my brother? He said, brother is gone to forest for 14 years. He just could not believe. He holds his head and just try to keep himself awake. And he said, what did you say? He says, yes, Bharat, Rama has been banished to the forest for 14 years. Sita and Lakshman has followed him. And don't act like a child. Listen to me. It is a time for you to act maturely. You are no more a prince. You have to accept the kingdom of Ayodhya and become the king. And then she tells him, you don't know what was happening when you were not here. There was a whole great plot to make Rama the king. Apparently, Kaikeyi's father had actually requested Dashrath Maharaj that my son, my daughter's son will become the king of Ayodhya, and Dashrath Maharaj had accepted that. So she reminds him this and she tells him, it was decided to make Rama the king in your absence, and I had these two boons with your father. Bharat, for the first boon, I asked to make you the king of Ayodhya. Bharat just could not believe. He just folded his hands. It is said that he just wanted to smash Ayodhya, smash Kaikeyi for speaking this also. He just holded his hands tightly like this. And for the second boon, I asked Rama to be banished for 14 years to the forest. For the first time, it is said, Are Kaikeyi. First time he called his mother's name. Are Kaikeyi, what have you done? Why did not thunder fell on your head and your body was into pieces when this thought came to your mind that Bharat will accept this kingdom? How did you think that Bharat can even dream of becoming the king of Ayodhya? Bharat is only one upadhi. Bharat has only one upadhi, one position. A fallen servant of Rama. Nothing else. I am only servant of Rama. How could you think like this? I am so unfortunate. I am so unfortunate that this Bharat will be known in the history to giving pain to Ram, Lakshman and Sita Devi. Are Kaikeyi, you don't know what you have done today. What you have done, Kaikeyi, what you have done. I feel like cutting your body into pieces at this moment. But I cannot do that. You are dead for me and never show your face to me again. And he walks off from there. By that time, Shatrughan grabs Mantra and drags her brings. Kaikeyi runs behind Bharat. Bharat, Bharat, Bharat. And Shatrughan says, this lady is the cause of the whole politics which has happened and which has banished our brother. Cryingly, Shatrughan tells us, we should cut her into pieces. Bharat tells to Lakshman, Shatrughan, leave her, let her go. Shatrughan, you are speaking about cutting her. At this moment, I want to cut her into pieces, and before that, I want to cut Kaikeyi into pieces. I have only one fear. If I do this, Ram will reject me. Rama will disown me. He will disown me. The fear of being disowned by Rama is allowing me to live them alive. Leave them. Let our king be brought back. Let our king Ram come back and decide about them. Leave them. And he does the final rites. And then Vashishta and Sumanta preach to Bharat to accept the kingdom. He said there are already evil omens. People are becoming, contaminated. Thieves are coming up. All inauspicious omens are invisible around Ayodhya. The cities, the kingdom without the king is very, very dangerous. You have to become the king immediately. Bharat rejects the kingdom and he gives, it's a beautiful nourishment how Bharat defeats Sumanta, Vashishta and all the citizens. That there is a just injustice which has happened. He says, my father, Dashrath, king of Ayodhya, Dashrath, being overly attached to one of his wife, has done this injustice to my brother, the king of Ayodhya. All of you have accepted Ram to become the king few days before, and Ram has been banished. And we will all be relieved from this sin if we all together. Tears were flowing from Bharata's eyes. Because first Vashishta and Sumanta thought that Bharat will accept the kingdom. Bharat will accept the kingdom. Of course, before this he meets Kaushalya also. And Vashishta Muni, with tears in his eyes, he says, Bharat, you will be known for time immemorial. Your kirti, your glories will be sung for the generations and generations and generations. This kingdom of Ayodhya, which is even bigger than the heaven of Indra, for your love to Rama, you are rejecting this kingdom. Just like someone just cleans the dust on his cloth. You are rejecting a kingdom like Ayodhya. Bharat, you will be known for these glories. You will be known for this act of yours. And this way, the whole Ayodhya proceeds towards bringing Lord Rama back. And then he meets Guhu, Bharadwaj Muni, and he reaches Chitrakoot. And Lord Ramachandra is traveling with thousands of horses, thousands of elephants, the soldiers of Ayodhya, citizens, ministers, Sumanta, all the three mothers. And Bharata, Shatrughan and Guhu are in the front running. At Chitrakoot, Lord Ramachandra sees all the birds flying here and there. He tells Lakshman, just see what has happened. What has happened? And Lakshman climbs the mountain at Chitrakoot and sees the flag of Ayodhya. He sees the flag of Ayodhya. And he comes down running. And he tells, my dear brother, please, where is your bow and arrow? And he goes and brings Lord Ramachandra's bow and arrow. And he brings his bow and arrow. He is coming. He is coming. And he is coming here only. We don't have to wait for 14 years. Lord Ramachandra tell him, who is coming? Who is coming? Bharat is coming. Lord Ramachandra face become lit like sun. He's already 1,000 suns. His face is more happy. And he says, my Bharat is coming. And he looks at Mother Sita. This is how innocent my brother is. He doesn't know Bharat is coming with his soldiers. And he said, Bharat is coming with the soldiers? Why is he coming? Why is he coming like this? He said, angrily, why is he coming? Why is he coming? He wants to make sure that even after 14 years, when his path is clear and he remains a king, even after 14 years, he can continue as a king. What else he can come for? And Lord Ramachandra, he said, Lakshman, what are you talking? And Lord Lakshman was not ready. He said, okay, you don't come. I'm going to thrash Shatrughan and Lakshman and Bharat and everyone into pieces with my bow and arrows. The Lord Ramachandra calms down. He said, then he says very gravely, Lakshman, Bharat is not like this. Bharat will never come to fight with me for the kingdom. This is not Bharat and this is not in Bharat. He will never do this. Kingdom. For the kingdom? Never. I'm in anxiety. Why Bharat is coming? And if Bharat is coming to fight with us, Lakshman, Bharat is our king. We have to put an bow and arrows down and be ready to be killed by Bharat, our king Bharat. And you are worried about the kingdom? You wait. Let Bharat come. If he doesn't kill us, I will ask him to give the kingdom to you. And happily Bharat will give away the kingdom to you. Lakshman. If it's about kingdom, Lakshman puts his head down. And he asks. And by then, Bharat comes. Rama, Rama, my brother Rama, crying, he comes into the hut, hermitage of Lord Rama, where is he living. And when he sees Ram, Lakshman in matted hair and Vanvas dress, Bharat just falls down at the feet, holding the feet of Lord Rama. He cries, cries, cries. Gets up. Lord Rama embraces him, takes him up, embracing. It is said that with the tears of Bharat, Lord Ramachandra's Abhishek was happening, and with the tears of Bharat, with the tears of Lord Rama, Bharat's Abhishek was happening. Both were embracing each other and crying. And Lakshman was very, very sorry and humbled. And then there's a beautiful narration. I cannot complete that. I'm sorry. It's too long. But from here, it's a long discussion between Bharat and Lord Rama, who will become the king. Finally, it was concluded that Bharat has the strongest argument and Bharat wins. Bharat wins. But he wins. It is said that the love of Bharat towards Rama is victorious today. But the, the principle of love is unconditional. So, Bharat could not put condition on Lord Rama against his love. So, he had to accept the order of Rama. So, Rama tells him, okay, Bharat. Bharat tells him, okay, fine, if you are not coming, I will leave my body here, fasting. Then Rama preaches him, okay. He said, I accept the kingdom and I give it to you for 14 years to handle it. After 14 years, I'll come and accept my kingdom. When Lord Rama told, I will accept my kingdom, Bharat was satisfied. He was ready to live 14 lifetimes also. And he said, he bought golden padukas for Rajabhishek. He tells, my lord, I will not rule the kingdom. You please put this padukas at your feet, and with the dust of your lotus feet, and remembering your lotus feet with these padukas, I will put them on the throne of Ayodhya, and as a watchman of Ayodhya, I will take care of your Ayodhya. One day, one moment from 14 years, if you delay, I will enter fire. Bharat Maharaj ki. So this is the beauty of Ramayana. It teaches us the duty of husband, father, brother, son, and everyone is centered around devotion to Lord Rama. And this is what Srila Prabhupada has taught us. Srila Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada wanted to write Ramayana. Srila Bhakti Vikas Maharaj, a lot of which I spoke as from what I've heard from senior leaders, especially Sarobham Prabhu, Radha Govinda Maharaj, Gaur Govind Maharaj, and Bhakti Vikas Maharaj's Ramayana. Whatever I spoke is from that. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Ram Navami Mahotsav ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. So we'd like to thank His Grace Sita Ram Prabhuji for extending himself, coming here, giving such a wonderful Ram Katha by once chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So we request Prabhuji that next Ram Navami, Prabhuji can continue from Bharat Mila, Ram Bharat. हरे कृष्णा। तो सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी का अभिषेक होगा 10:45 को। तो सभी भक्तों से निवेदन है कि आप 10:45 तक यहाँ पे आके आपका स्थान ग्रहण कर सकते हैं। हरे कृष्ण।
హరే కృష్ణ. సో ఈరోజు రామనవమి సందర్భంగా మీకు రామాయణం బుక్స్ కూడా డిస్కౌంట్ ప్రైస్లో ఇస్తున్నాం. యాక్చువల్ ప్రైస్ 300 రూపాయలు, బట్ ఈరోజు 250 రూపాయలు మాత్రమే. సో 50 రూపీస్ డిస్కౌంట్ ఉంది. ఇక్కడ బుక్ స్టాల్స్లో ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ కోట్ యార్డ్లో కూడా ఉన్నాయి. శ్రీమద్ రామాయణం ఇప్పుడు ప్రభుజీ గారు చెప్పారు కదా, భక్తి వికాస్ మహారాజ్ది రామాయణం. సో ఇక్కడ ఉంది హిందీ, ఇంగ్లీష్, తెలుగు 3 లాంగ్వేజెస్లో లభ్యం ఉంది. ఓకే, హరే కృష్ణ.